Hello guys, I hope you are all well. Welcome to another video. Today I am bringing you the autumn equinox, which is on the 23rd of September. So we are entering a new spring. We are entering cardinal Libra energy for the next 3 months until we have the winter equinox in Capricorn. As you guys know, every 3 or 4 months we have a new energy, which the cardinal signs always bring in. We had the Aries one, we had the Cancer one, now we have Libra. And Libra is to do with how we communicate. It's very Venus. It's very, okay, again, communicative, but it's also about partnerships, business and contracts. So yeah, we can see a lot of that being spread out to the world. Libra also rules, because it's the judge and the jury of the zodiac. So again, especially with the new moon in Libra, that is going to be here, we're going to see a lot of these themes coming up. But when we're going to the autumn equinox, we're seeing like a huge tide, a new change, like a new dawn is coming. Themes I'm picking up, I'm just going to be going on to the themes, it is a lot of, this one, as always, is air energy. So we're going to see a lot of communication in terms of where we're going, our career, our relationships, our jobs, also to do with love. I can see a lot of themes that are to do with love and money, our earnings, and a lot of just general. I just see with this is a lot of like general in terms with learning, like it's not necessarily high learning, but just like general learning, updating our skills. You know, there can be a bit more interaction with the media, social media, our friends, our groups, associations, short distance travel as well. And this time, because you know every year is different, and also again because we're in Libra season. While I'm recording this, we're not, but still we're going to be in Libra. We're in Libra season. This is the last time Saturn is going to be ushering this. Saturn and Aquarius will be ushering this autumn equinox. So again, we're wrapping up, and because it's in the Libra's 5th house, I feel a lot of these themes concerning children, our pleasures, fitness, like speculation in terms of like gambling, all of that could be coming up as well. And also Mercury is going to be going back into Virgo. So we're going back to the Virgo themes and how we're taking care of business, how we're taking care of ourselves. So yeah, just a lot of the themes that I see coming up. And also, you know, the main theme of this is going to be about how we're communicating. So I see there's going to be a lot more push for change, a lot more push for saying what we're thinking and feeling. I also see a lot of how we're how we're expressing ourselves is going to be loud and proud. And yes, again, like I said, there's going to be a push for difference, push for change, a push for something that starts brand new. And you can say it can go either way, but it can be very, this is how things are going to be. This is how I want my life to be. This is how I want the world to be. This is how things should be. It's all about newness. Remember, we're coming into Cardinal. Cardinal ushers in something new. So yeah, so I will say getting with the themes of Libra is to do with getting in touch with our senses, because it's Venus, and you know, just relearning and also getting in touch with our senses when it comes to like art and culture, pursuing like a new artistic talent, an artistic project. I feel there can also be a lot of us getting really more, because art is going to be the theme of the world. It's not going to be a thing of, oh, this is what we're doing just for pleasure. It's going to be like, what artistic project are you pursuing? And I think I said this on my podcast, or I said it on this channel, that, you know, when Pluto goes into Aquarius, this is going to be in Libra, and Pluto in Libra's 5th house. So this is going to be, I feel that the opportunity that's going to be coming here, because Libra is more than relationships. It's not just relationships, it's more than. It is, they are leaders when it comes to, like, judge. A lot of them are in politics, basically. You'll find a lot of Librans, or people got position planets in Libra, are in politics, as we're seeing now with the Prime Minister Liz Truss. She's Pluto in Libra, so there you go. So a lot of the, you know, there's a lot of things to do with a lot of like Libra and the generation are going to be doing lots of being in politics, but they are very, very creative people. And I also feel that when what a lot of us may be seeing now, especially in terms of how we're pursuing or how we are creating, it's going to be like a little element of what can happen when Pluto goes into Libra, when Pluto goes into Aquarius, if that makes sense to you guys. So yes, I do see a lot of this creativity, a lot of people coming together. You know, also it will be great if a lot of us could be coming together to create like a new world, and getting along and having a bit more communication when it comes, and also any drama, because remember, this is about balance. Any drama or stress or strife, it would be great if we could just all come together and just air out our differences, because this is I do feel there can be some conflict, but I feel that conflict can also be not even put to the side, but things could definitely be discussed. And I also see there's going to be a bit more, you know, people coming together, being sociable. And it could be to do with like the retrograde, which was in Libra and Virgo. People coming together because, you know, it's things of the past, or you're coming together because of something that's happened. So everyone's going to be getting together. So I do see a lot of socializing that could be happening. But again, I do see with this, and remember, you know, you got Jupiter that is in Aries, but it is, you know, it is retrograde. Yeah, there could be a lot of discussions concerning like religion and higher education as well. So yeah, this is what I see for this autumn equinox on a general. But I've got 3 cards as well, 3 tarot cards, my trusty tarot cards. I will be talking about for the signs as well. So the first card I have is the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess is a Cancer card, but it's also a card of our intuition. It's also a very mysterious card. Some people say this card is Pisces. Okay, so yeah, some people say this card is Pisces. I personally feel it's a water sign anyway, but yes, regardless, the High Priestess is a water card, Cancer card. So going with the theme of this autumn retrograde is that I feel that things definitely will come out into the open, but it's going to be a bit more, it's not going to come out very like bam, bam, bam. But emotionally, I feel that we're going to be having a bit more of a spiritual enlightenment. Yes, this card is of mystery. So before something comes out, it's going to be like, we're not really sure of what's going on. We feel something, because this energy also does feel, especially with this card, it does feel very emotional as well. Especially if we're seeing people from the past, exes or anyone from the past, or even people in places. it can feel very emotional. So I feel, especially with this card, is that there's going to be like this sort of mysteriousness that's going to be coming up. We're seeing something that is coming up very slowly. And this card is also to do fertility as well. So whether it's you having, like, obviously, because Cancer is ruled by the womb anyway. So with this card being about fertility, there could be definitely a birth of, yeah, there could be births of babies. There could be talks of babies. There could be coming together within your relationship and a birth of a brand new thing, something to do with your relationship. But also a birth of a new project, like people coming together and talking about birthing a new project. This card is to do with creativity as well. So listening to our instincts is going to be, it's not you have to, but I feel that listening to our instincts, it's time that we sort of like get into listening to our instincts more. Yes, it's an ear time, but also we can decide not to trust our instincts. We just want to just go with what our head is saying, but our instincts, I feel, is going to be very strong. And it's about paying attention to that gut feeling. So if you're going to be meeting someone during this equinox, and you know that that person hasn't changed, deep down you know, and you still go there and end up into an argument or this drama, or it's just like, you know, we're just going to feel bad. Like, why didn't I listen to my instincts? You know, and it could be anything, you know, or why did I say this? Why did I go there? Why did I dress like this? Why did I, you know, because, you know, Libra equinox also ushers in how we dress. There's going to be an element of how we look. So we can decide that we want to look differently now, really take care of our personal appearance, okay, which is always a good thing, but listening to our instincts. You know, intuition can be really strong as well now, could be extremely strong. So that's the first card. The second card we have is the Magician. And the Magician card this is the second major arcana card. So as you can see, there's going to be lots of like changes that are going to be happening on a worldly scale as well. But also these changes, I feel, during this autumn equinox, we're going to be really much paying attention to, because this is very much a psychic card. It's a Gemini card. It's a psychic card. It's to do with like the higher mind, the higher power. And, you know, this is a card of skills. This is a card that we're moving from our intuition, emotions, but we're also going to be, it's a time to be getting really skillful in what we want to pursue. Like I said, a lot of the energy is in like the third house. So with the Gemini ruling the third house as well, it's a brand new time. If you were thinking of starting something, this Magician card is saying, you know, you can do it. You just have to really put your mind to it, but make sure it's something you really want to do. Because we can get very indecisive. Because remember, Libra, we're all going to be feeling this Libra energy, guys. Whether you have Libra energy in your thing or not, remember, it's Libra. So we could be thinking, we could be very much in two minds. There could be a lot of opportunities that are presented to us. Okay. So this is great to be starting like a new project. This is great to be starting new skills. This is great for writers. Okay, because like I said before, I feel that social media is going to really blow up more time, big time. I feel a lot of things are going to be coming out more, especially going to the High Priestess, about lots of secrets, lots of mysteries could definitely be coming out. With the Magician, it's like, you know, sort of like putting pen to paper, especially if a lot of opportunities will be presented to a lot of us, starting something new, but also working with that higher and not trying to double cross anyone. Because remember, we're dealing with Gemini here, and there could be some trickery going on. We also have to be careful of what we're reading and what we're hearing, because we can just believe too much. We have to sort of like go with the High Priestess and see beneath what is not being said. Listen to your instincts. Trust your instincts. There's going to be a lot of hearsay that could be going on as well, guys. So just be aware, okay? And yeah, remember, this is the mind. So the mind is going to be, you know, the mind's going to be very powerful, just as how we feel in our emotions too. So this card is a great card to have if you are looking to pursue a new job, a new career, starting something, promoting yourself as well. Also aligning yourselves with, you know, hanging out with like new groups, or making friends, or, you know, if you are going to going back to like people that you haven't seen in a while, this card is great for it. But just be mindful of the gossip that could be going on. Just be mindful of the trickery and the conniving and that whole thing. Try to go to the higher. The last card we have, I was going to say conjunction, oh my God. The last card we have is a 5 of Cups. So it's very much, you know, we've got 2 emotional cards that are coming up. And, you know, again, we could be, for some reason, we always tend to go back. Maybe because, especially in London, the weather gets darker. And, you know, the sun, obviously, things get darker, but it gets a bit more colder. And I feel that a lot of us can feel very much like quite down. I don't know if you guys have heard about, you know, when the weather changes, some people can actually feel quite depressed. Some of us can also feel like, you know, you just want to hibernate. You just don't want to go out. You don't want to go to work. You just want to stay close to home. And sometimes when that does happen, not all the time, but sometimes when that does happen, we can start to feel like quite nostalgic, because some of us can feel quite sad because we don't want to do anything, or our mind is stuck in a place of, you know, it could be grief or could be despair. It could be a multitude of things. This is just a general. So this card is saying, you know, although the other 2 energies are quite enlightened, especially our intuition and the higher mind, emotionally, we could also still feel quite stuck in a way. We could be focusing, because this cup is about loss, but we could also be focusing too much on the past. You know, and I see, and I personally do feel that, you know, I'm not saying you have to be doing something all the time, but if you can just, if we make little strides for happiness, and it could be anything, going for walks, or, you know, having that light, because the light I've got a Himalayan salt lamp, which is really nice. And that's like me navigating my way to help with the darkness that is going to be out there. And there could be a lot of darkness out there, and it's about darkness of the world. So there can be, you know, yes, you know, this card is just showing that on a real level, there can be a lot of that coming up. Isolation, emotional baggage, a lot of us feeling things to do with the past, thinking about the past, feeling about guilty about anything, or not really being true to ourselves. So yeah, so there could be some grief that comes with this next couple of months. Grief of many things, but I feel that we could be grieving that we're not being true to ourselves. Because remember, Libra is a sign that it's not that it's not truthful, it's just that it wants to get on with people. And even if people are taking the piss, it's still very nice. But when we go home, we can feel really angry with ourselves, like, why didn't I just say I'm not happy? Why didn't I just say that? Which can actually cause us to feel like anxious and in despair. So yeah, try to, again, and it's not a bad thing, you know, because this card is also about anger as well. So it's not a bad thing, but it's also, I do feel that try to be as open as you can in terms of your communicating. If you feel that you're not as, if you feel that, you know, your energy is lagging in any way, it's, you know, trying to find ways to help with that. Going to the Magician card, trying to find ways to help with reading or even writing down your thoughts. You know, because we can feel quite lonely And I don't know about anywhere you guys are in the world, but in London, you know, London's a very Capricorn country. I mean, England's a Capricorn country. London's a Gemini city, actually. But, you know, it could be very much up and down. So we could probably see a lot of that coming up and down as well. But again, the losses that we can feel during this time, there's something new that's going to be coming in. There's something new that's going to be ushered in. So, you know, we could try to see it like that as well. Okay, but this is very much an emotional time. That there are going to be losses, but there's also going to be goodness coming back. And I feel that this is also to do because we have the solar eclipse in Scorpio and lunar eclipse in Taurus coming, which can make us feel also very much emotionally charged. You know, eclipses are to do with losses and beginnings. So I feel that this card is very prevalent to what could be happening too. Okay, so those are the general tarot messages. And now let's get to the cards. So Aries, let's start with you. So during this time, you know, a lot of the action is going to be about your relationships. You know, relationships are going to be playing a big part in what's to come for the next, until we go into the autumn equinox. So yeah, business contracts and yeah, business contracts, communication. There could be a beginning and there could be endings that come. You know, just being honest, there could be a lot of beginnings and some endings. But with endings, it can be sometimes a really great thing for you, Aries, because when endings come, that's when you can draw back and look about starting something new. So I feel a lot of you Aries are going to be really rushing. You want things sorted out now. You want things to be quick now. But it's like you're sort of like getting back to basics. Okay, so there's going to be lots of communication. But also I feel some of you, when you are having that downtime, which a lot of you may not be having too much, that's when you're going to be thinking about things on an emotional level. It can be quite emotional for some of you Aries. But again, there can be a dissolvement of a contract. You could be aligning yourself with different business people. There could be talks of like commitments and marriages, or you working with someone or someone working for you, working with you. A lot of that. You could also find yourself, it can also be quite a psychic time for a lot of you Aries. You know, I feel for a lot of you Aries as well, you know, there is a psychic ability to you, but you may be dismissing it, but it may be very prevalent now. It may be very high now. Okay, so the first card you have is a 12th house. And, you know, it's about the area of your life that is overwhelming you to yield to a greater cause of power. The 12th house is the Pisces house, which actually rules your 12th house. So once again, like I said, you could be really focusing on, it could be money. I feel a lot of money conversations could be coming up, but also you are dissolving something. You want something fresh, you want something new, and now is going to be the right time. You're going to be obviously feeling this energy the most. Also all the cardinal sign, but you'll be feeling it. But, you know, try not to control anything that is leaving your life, Aries, because, you know, again, you are the first sign of the zodiac. Whatever is starting, you will start it. So if something is dissolved, something is gone, something will be coming. You know, so your intuition is going to be playing a big part in what's going on. Taurus. So Taurus, this is in your 6th house. So a lot of this energy, you're going to be, I don't feel you're going to be, whenever Libra or whenever Libra is involved, Tauruses, even though you guys are very different, you're Earth and they're air, you guys are Venus. And for some of you Tauruses, I feel whenever it's a full moon in Libra or new moon, I feel for some reason you guys really benefit. I don't know if you guys know that Tauruses and Libra, when it comes to like relationships, it tends to go very well because one's the bank and one is about relationships. And the 6th house is about you restructuring your whole routine in a way, but I feel it's about balance as well. So some of you Tauruses may decide you want to be very healthy, very strict, and maybe because the nodes are in your house. And also you're ruled by Venus as well. So you might decide, I want to look good. You know, basically Christmas is coming. I want to look my best. I want to look good. And you may be very going too over the top. Remember, Uranus is in your sign. So this is going to be shifting and shaping you very differently. So it's actually great if you want to take care of your health and you want to start like a new fitness regime. But on the other hand, with Libra being about balance, that's what it's all about. Not being too strict, not being too, you know, not being too greedy, should I say. It's all about balance. And this is concerning your job as well. Some of you maybe it's like, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to show my boss. I'm going to do this until you burn yourself out. You know, if you're implementing like self-care routines, like I'm going to have like a Epsom salt bath every day, and next thing you know, you're just feeling that, you know, it's not working for you anymore. So it's just not going too crazy, just finding that balance. But again, there might be a different Taurus that comes out when it comes to the winter equinox. You might be very different. Might be a fitter Taurus, might be a more balanced Taurus. So the card you have is the 11th house. And this is to do with your goals, your aims, and your dreams. So there's going to be anything, it's like this card is saying, anything you're wishing for your career, anything you're wishing for your health and your wellness, it can be granted. As long as you're not trying to control the outcome, as long as you're not trying to control or get too obsessed or getting stressed, because the 6th house is a Virgo house. It also can cause anxiety. So if your routine's not working for you in some way, you may be getting quite anxious. So again, trying to find balance. I feel a lot of you also could be, especially with the card, that you could be also scheduling appointments with friends, because you may be very much, again, you're ruled by Libra, ruled by Venus. So a lot of you may be interacting more with friends. A lot of friends can come back from the past. So, you know, you're not only are you trying to be healthier, but you're also working, trying to, you know, your work, but also you're scheduling friends. So it's very much a busy month for a lot of you Tauruses, but balance is key. Gemini. So all the air signs are going to be benefiting for the next 3 months. This is in your 9th house. So yeah, no, sorry, it's your 5th house. Very, very pleasurable house for you. And for the next 3 months, it's all about having fun, Gemini. Even if you're getting squared, or even the energy is of having fun. You guys could also be, I feel a lot of Geminis could be doing some, not shady, but I feel there could be a lot of secrets that you're keeping. There could be some, you know, if you're dating, this is not saying it's great, but I think if you're dating, you could be dating multiple people, but on the down low, if you know what I mean. But also, yeah, there could be some secret fun that's happening, or you could be thinking up or conjuring like a witch secrets, you know, dating this person, that person, because, you know, you're just keeping your options open. There's nothing wrong in that. But if you are in a relationship, be very careful, Gemini, because you have like the nodes in your 12th and your, you know, your 6th house, and you don't want things like that coming out, you know. But, you know, you'll be scheduling like dating this one, dating that one, and you're actually married. So yes, so I digest. So yeah, I feel a lot of you could, you know, there's a time of fun. This is also a great time for a lot of you to be working on any projects that you haven't worked on in a long time. This could be secret projects. This could be very creative, a time that you're going to be very, you know, it could be with, you could be working in a secret group, you know, but something very creative, you know. Also, I feel that money, it could be like something to do with like money, involvement with money, like secret funds, or, you know, you may getting paid dividends, but you didn't know that you had it, and now it's come to the light. And, you know, so yeah, because, you know, Venus rules your 12th, and which is Taurus. So there could be a lot of that happening, but also you could be thinking about how you want to present yourself, you know, what type of fun you want. And there could be also some you thinking about, you know, if you were a person that wanted kids, be thinking, actually, I wouldn't mind, but you're maybe too scared to say it. But if you're in a long-term relationship, now's the time to say it. Okay, so you got the 6th house card. So this card is saying, you know, I feel that a lot of you may have to balance your work life, your creativity. If you've got children, putting that involved as well, but also having fun. So you're going to have to like really reschedule when it comes to all those themes of children, fun. If you're dating as well, really schedule it, because you guys could be very busy. It does feel very much an exciting time for a lot of you Geminis. We just have to schedule it well and try not to get too overwhelmed. And the reason why you got the 6th house card is it's just saying you could get overwhelmed during this equinox. So, you know, even if it helps writing down what you need to do, writing down where you need to go, you know, because some of you may have a business and it's like, oh, but you're meant to take Tommy or Beverly to the football match or ballet, and it's like, oh my God, I forgot. So it's that type of thing. So it's about scheduling that, trying to find balance and also having fun. If you're dating as well, the same thing. So very much a time of scheduling your fun, Gemini. Cancer. So a lot of this energy is in your 4th house. Okay. So it's time of home. Some of you Cancers may decide that you just want to just kick back. I've said this before. Whenever Libra is kicking, alive and kicking, you guys really want to kick back. Nothing wrong in that, Cancer. You know, because this is a part of self-care. I think that you guys could be sprucing up the home, like beautifying the home, or thinking about how you would like to decorate your home. It could be a case of, you know, how my home used to be when I was younger. This is how it used to be, so I may want to do that. You guys could be cooking more, cooking things that your mum used to cook, cooking your favorite food as well. Even you dressing up, a lot of you could be dressing up more at home, like really taking care of yourself. But I feel that your friends will be calling you. I feel that a lot of friends, again, it could be from the past. It could be friends you haven't seen in a while. I feel a lot of friends and people want to communicate more with you could be coming up. I feel that once you're at home as well, Cancer, that this is, you know, your goals could really change. Like some of you may decide that you want to work as a cook or a baker or, you know, interior designer, that type of thing. Because I say 11th house because Taurus rules your 11th. And, you know, this is about the goals and your aims. So you're futuristically wise, you could be really, especially if you're at home more. If you're like an at-home mum or at-home dad, or if you work from home, you know, there could be lots of changes, like mental changes, like, okay, you know what? I actually really want to, you know, I feel different now. I feel like my goals are really changing. So the card you have is the 3rd house, and the 3rd house is to do with writing, speaking, communication. It's also about the neighborhood as well, your brothers and sisters. So a lot of those themes can come up, as well as friends. So you guys, even though it's very much your home house, you guys could also be very busy to talking a lot with friends, communicating, oh, let's meet up. And once you're around them, or even with new friends, or even friends from the past, it could really spark something new. So Cancers, you know, mentally, you guys could be very busy, but also even some of you may have plans, like when I'm at home, I'm going to chill, but then your phone just keeps ringing, and I feel a lot of you are going to be getting a lot of invites. I do feel some of it will be to do from the past as well, like friends you haven't seen in a very long time from 30 years ago, or you know, and it's just like, let's catch up, let's talk. So sorry, Cancers, even though you really want to be chilled at home with your family, you know, people really want to see you. Okay, and also because this is a cardinal, you're going to be feeling this. You know, all the cardinal signs are going to be feeling this, and, you know, very busy time, Cancers. So sorry. Leo. So Leo, this is your 3rd house, house of communication, talking, your siblings. So that's going to be the theme. You know, you could be meeting up with more of your friends and your siblings, and there could be a change in your whole environment where you live. Like a neighbor could leave, you could leave. You'd be thinking about that. You could be discovering more about your neighborhood. You could be meeting people that are, they could be quite Venus, you know. They could be quite charming, or you yourself could be finding yourself a bit more charming. I feel with a lot of Leos that there could be a change in like the home front, and like new neighbors come in, and they could be better than the ones you had before. Okay, so nothing wrong in that at all. Nothing wrong in that at all. So Leos, but also your career is, you know, I feel that some of you also, because of this whole Venus energy, I feel that also you're this, you know, if you're feeling a bit more different now, or it definitely could be to do, because, you know, Venus rules your 10th, which is Taurus, and, you know, you could find yourself very much in the spotlight. So if you are in like a, because some of you Leos may also decide that you want to do like a neighborhood watch scheme. So you could be the head of it, or you could be nominated for it. So it might be a new job, might be a new position. 10th house is to do with like the highest house. So a lot of that could be coming up. A lot of you could be deciding that you are not happy in your job, and you could be changing, or a lot of that, you know. So it's actually a really good thing, but especially if you're communicating your truth, Leos, changes definitely will come. But I do feel a lot of changes are coming within your whole neighborhood, and you may be at the fore of that. The changes could be coming because you are actually saying what needs to be changed. Okay, so you got the first house, which is about the impressions people have of you. So put your best foot forward, Leo, during this autumn equinox, because you don't know who or what or where is looking at you. You know, the first house is to do with, like, you know, the body and the self. So that could be playing a huge part. Some of you could decide that you want to change up, you know, like your physical body, what you're eating, even like your hair, because, you know, you're ruled by the main. So a lot of that could be coming up. Because, you know, if you've changed job, like if your job position has changed now, especially if you're at the fore, you're at the front and center, you want to look your best. So, and also with Libra being in your third, Libra's like, okay, you know, mentally, okay, what I've got this, so what can I do to look better? You know, so yeah, so your image, I feel, is going to be playing a big part in this, Leo. Virgo. So a lot of this energy is in your second house of money, you know, your income, your self-worth, how you're taking care of yourself, what you're eating as well. So you guys could be changing. There could be more of a emphasis on taking care of business when it comes to money. I feel a lot of you may learn. I feel that some of you may actually do like a course, or think of doing a course when it's concerning money, you know, because if you're one of those Virgos that are very, which a lot of Virgos are, let's just be honest, quite, you know, frugal, that don't want to spend on people. Some of you may not want to spend on yourself. You could be changing now, you know, because some of you may have fears during this equinox about not having enough. And as we all know, we live in a different world, and we're all going to have to live off less anyway. So I feel that a lot of you are going to be learning about money. You could be going into business with someone, or you could be thinking about stocks, bonds, investments. All of that could be happening. Some of you may decide you want to invest in traveling somewhere long distance, or even moving somewhere long distance. You know, this is a great time to be learning a new course, but learning, I feel, definitely learning about money, learning about investments as well. When I said about food, because this is a Taurus house, you could be changing what you're eating. So that might be spending a little bit more, because remember, this is about, you know, what you eat. It actually impacts your mind. So you guys could be looking at, like, reading more new books, and also reading about books from like different cultures about what they're eating. This is very much a creative time, Virgos. So the card you got is the 8th house, which is actually about money. It's about shared resources. It's also about intense emotions. It's also to do with, it's a Scorpion house. So once again, a lot of these fears could be coming up for you. I'm picking up relax. I'm picking up relax. Try to relax as much as you can. Whatever changes that happen, there's nothing you really can do about it. It's like, just go with what's going on. And You know, but I feel for you, Virgos, that the more you read, that's when you can relax more. The more you, especially when it comes to like old time books that you haven't really considered, or if you're doing something to do with like learning, something that makes your mind keep ticking, this will really help you during the next 3 months. So very much a time, old fears go because you are learning. Libra, so you're the star for the next couple of months. And what a time it's going to be. So this is about you. You're going to be ushering change, huge change, which will be beneficial. Wouldn't be surprised if you saw a lot of Librans, if you've got personal planets in Libra, start to rise up and just speak, communicate and talk. And it's more or less like there's no time like the present. Your relationships are going to be of great importance to you, business or personal. Even like your friends, groups, associations, these are going to be of great importance as well. There could be talk of committing more to a cause, committing more to a relationship. You know, subject of children definitely could be coming up as well. This is the last time that Saturn is going to be in your 5th house. So again, there could be dissolvement of things, a movement, but also it could be a crisis. But with crisis, it comes a birth of new beginnings. So there's no time like the present. And with Venus ruling your 8th house as well, you know, again, subjects of shared resources. It could be, you could be, some of you Libras could actually be getting like help. If you've got like debts or loans to pay off, it could be dissolved. You could be getting help with doing that. Money could actually come to you, you know, which is always a great thing, especially during the Christmas time. But also there could be fears and worries that could also be coming up that you may need to work with too. So the card you have is the 5th house. And like I said, Saturn is in your 5th. So if you felt really stagnated in some shape or form when it comes to like your creativity, when it comes to, you know, if you've been very, if you've got children, being very strict with your children, you could be a bit more lenient now. Not to say you're going to be a pushover, just a little bit more lenient. You could be having a bit more fun now as well. You could be tapping into your creativity. Again, you could be tapping into changing your physical appearance. So a lot of you Librans could just decide to shave off your hair, or, you know, just do something quite drastic, because this is a new beginning. You're ushering a new term. So great for that. Great for you to tap into it now, Libra. You could be obsessed with it. You could be obsessed with like, I need to have fun. I need to be around like my friends. I need to be around like, I need to just have fun with my partner. So you could be very much more romantic now, and you could be discussing any like drama or any fears that you have with your partner as well. So it is a great time for a lot of you Librans. Scorpio, this is in your 12th house, hidden time, you know, hidden, but releasing. Okay, time of release, time of getting rid of what more or less that no longer serves you. Relationships as well. Some of you could be seeing someone on the down low, a little bit like Gemini, could be seeing someone on the down low, but also you could be, I feel that a lot of you are going to be like more or less just communicating more in your relationships. And also your dreams could be playing a huge role coming up. You could be feeling very psychic, very emotional. You could be soaking up so much things on an emotional level. But this is also great for a lot of you Scorpios to like reschedule anything that needs to be rescheduled, anything that's concerning like your health, your wellness, your mental health as well. Because sometimes during the 12th house, it's not easy. You know, you could be so soaking in so much of people's energy that you can like forget yourself. So this is a time to tap in to what is unseen, what is not heard. I also feel a lot of you will actually see, if you have the feeling that someone is against you, working against you anyway, it could be drawn out. It's the time of secrets that could be coming out for a lot of you Scorpions. you know. So, you know, take time with yourself, take care of yourself as well. Really, you know, do that whole spiritual work just to help ground you, because, you know, 12th house it's a Pisces house, but it's not it's a karmatic house. So it does feel like whatever needs to come out, whatever needs to be worked on will be. You got the 10th house card, and the 10th house is to do with your career. You know, so there could be achievements that happen. I feel that the achievements that could be coming is because you're releasing, you're working on releasing, you're working on your fears, you're working on any type of traumas. You're actually being honest and open. It's, you know, yes, it's a secretive time, but I feel that you guys will just be letting things out slowly into the open. And this house is about status. So yeah, you know, there could be fears that come up to do with like your job, with your status, but there's a change that's also coming. So work with that change, try not to hold on to what no longer you need to hold on to. Again, like I said, again, I feel that there could be changes with like a boss. There could be changes with your some of you can get promoted or demoted. Remember, this is a house of loss. So I feel that sometimes any fears that some of you could be feeling, it may be just imaginary. So you pay attention to your dreams, write a dream journal. If you need to take up doing something physical like yoga, walking, I feel will really help you, or also ground you a lot as well during this time, because we've got these eclipses that are coming between you and Taurus. So it's a time to really get ready for it. Sagittarius, this is in your 11th house. So the house of your goals, your dreams, your aims and gains. A lot of you Sagittarius will be very busy these next couple of months, you know, being around different groups of people, and they could be highlighting certain things and you could be really being inspired by them. You could be making friends with new people, young or old, doesn't really matter. But a very exciting time for you to be working on something that inspires you in a great way. And it feels like there's no time like the present. I feel a lot of you could be very creative now. Excuse me, but creativity, scheduling, and also learning. For a lot of you, going to be learning a lot, taking up a new course, project, and also a new language. A lot of you could be learning like a new language, or deciding like now is the time. There's no time like the present. And you could be surprising yourself by sticking to it as well. So you got the 4th house card. It's about the home and roots, about the past. So that could be playing a major theme. You could be feeling quite sensitive, emotional as well, a little bit nostalgic, but nostalgic in wanting to go back, but nostalgic in the fact that there's things that you've put at the back burner. Now it's the time to really bring it out into the open. A lot of the fire signs are really going to benefit from this whole autumn equinox energy. And even before, when the sun goes into your house, Sagittarius, I feel that you may have achieved, you may have found that you've achieved a hell of a lot before when it goes into the winter equinox. So yeah, it's about open your mind. You're a sign that's very open anyway. So yeah, get to it. And again, I feel a lot of you could be getting a lot more opportunities. Opportunity could be presented to you. So you have to schedule. You have to make sure that things don't really clash, and also taking care of your mental health and your physical health as well. So doing like a workout, because, you know, the energy, you could be burning a lot of energy, unwanted energy. So taking care, doing like a workout, a physical workout will really help you. And it can also help really stabilize the craziness that could be going on for the next 3 months. Capricorn. So you're going to be feeling this because, you know, your cardinal, this is in your 10th house, the highest house, your house. You could be feeling a sense of Deja vu. What was meant to be Capricorn may not no longer be. You got Pluto, which is easing out of your house. So a lot of you have shedded your skin, your old skin. It may be very hard for you guys to like really imagine that, but you know, you're shedding an old skin. You know, you got Saturn, which is in your second house. Funny, you got a car that's the second house, but yeah, a change of career, a change of pace. You know, you guys, with Pluto being in your first house for so long, nearly 15 years, that you guys may have climbed that ladder, and now it's not like you're going to be sliding down that ladder, just that something needs to give, something needs to change. And again, there's no time like the present, which is now. You guys are feeling, you know, there's a time of balance, there's a time of, you know, change of energy. So I feel it's time to be doing that now, and taking care of like things that are to do with like the home, okay, and taking care of fears and worries, you know, because I feel that some of you may be a bit more introvert, even though it's the 10th house. I feel that some of you may need to seek out having a little bit of downtime and a little bit more fun, because Venus rules your 5th house, and it's time to have that fun. Some of you may have also, there could be some things that come up now to do with children and creative projects, and some things to do with like money, because the card you have is a second house. It's about your finances and about assets, it's about your values. It's also about your, you know, your self-worth. So you guys may decide you want to invest more, because you may have built up a lot of money, and now you want to invest. You might want to invest in your children if you have them. You might want to invest in your relationship more, invest in the home. Okay, and you know, or even paying off things. You may have put it off, not because you haven't got, but just paying off things that you need to pay off, so you can like start the slate clean. Because when this 10th house is being activated, which is your house, there's always going to be a change that happens. Nothing is ever going to be stable, and I feel a lot of you will be seeing that now. But also scheduling fun, having fun with, you know, things that again you've put at the back burner because you didn't have time. I feel that you will have time now. It can usher in a new career as well, but something, yes, profitable, but something worthwhile for the long run. Aquarius, this is in your, you're going to benefit from this. You know, this is in your 9th house, and yeah, this is in your 9th house. So this is a time of you learning something to do with higher learning. Saturn's in your sign, so you may be taking this very, very seriously now. Like, I've put it off, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to immigrate to another country. I'm going to learn a new language. I'm going to be studying something to do with that law and courts, or I might be publishing something. All of these themes can come up. The card you have is actually the 9th house as well, okay? So you guys could be going on a spiritual journey. You guys could be doing something that's for the masses and for the people. Saturn is easing out of your sign. This is not good. We're not going to see this energy for the next 30 years. So again, you guys are wrapping up shit. So this is the great time to be doing it now, Sagittarius, Aquarius. If some of you may decide you want to do something on social media, and you just get a mass of people that will be for you, that will be benefiting you. You could be highlighting something like an injustice, and it's just like you probably didn't do it 2 years ago, but now you're going to be doing it. If some of you have a company, there's going to be some different rules. You could be implementing different rules, structures, whether it's to do with like race, religion and law. If you've got a book to publish, you may be changing that, maybe changing the title. You may be adding more things in, because now the world has changed. I feel that your belief system is going to be changed now. And I feel that is to do Saturn being there. Maybe this conjunction is changing you as well for the next 20 years. So we're going to see a different type of Aquarian, different type of way of your world of thinking. Even though you're a very fixed sign, your beliefs are going to be very fixed, but it's going to be very profitable for the people, for the masses. Okay, and I feel that you're going to be more vocal in what you're saying. I feel that your partner could be helping you as well in some shape or form. And things feel very much more close to home. So anything you're passionate about is very much more close to home. So anything that you're thinking or feeling, people that you're going to be aligning yourself with, they are very much going to be, let's all come together and put it out there because things need to be fixed. I wouldn't be surprised we saw a lot more Aquarians, sun, moon or rising or personal planets talking more about injustices in the world. So yeah, a big change for you, especially with the 9th house card you got. It's about broadening your horizons, opening your mind, even if you feel fixed in certain things, because you are loyal to a cause. And I feel this time you'll be more loyal to a profitable cause. Last but not least, we have Pisces. This is in your 8th house. So the themes of joint finances, debts, loans, inheritances are all going to be played out. I feel a lot of you Pisces have, if you've got any debts, you're going to be finally paying it off. I feel some of you could also be getting some gains, like whether it's from the government or your partner. I feel that your finance may grow, but as long as you stick to the script, okay? If there's any fears, because fears can definitely come up, insecurities and worries, you can be feeling very emotional. A lot of you can be feeling very emotional. The 8th house is never an easy house, even though it's a Scorpion house. It's never an easy house. Your mind, you can feel that your mind is playing tricks on you. Venus rules your 3rd house. So I feel that writing will be of great importance to you. Writing like a spiritual diary, writing down your aims and goals. I feel a lot of you may be doing more podcasting as well. You could be talking about the dark stuff that people don't want to talk about. You could be talking about money, you know, but you can be doing something very creative. You guys could be deciding that, you know, now is that time to, because the next time we see this equinox is going to be when Saturn's in your sign. So again, you guys are wrapping up certain things as well. So the card you have is the 7th house, which is to do with, you know, partners, business, romantic. 7th house is ruled by is Libra of Virgo. So again, I feel that a lot of you may come more closer with your partner. You could be dissolving certain fears and worries. It could be more deeper communication that could be coming up. I am picking up gains. I am picking up a lot of you maybe getting a bit more gains, a lot more. You know, if you get money, it's like you're not going to be spending it frivolously. It's like, okay, I'm going to be, this is where it's going to go. That's where it's going to go. I feel that your health and your wellness, like especially your mental and emotional health, we playing a big part. So if you've decided, especially we're coming up from the Pisces full moon, which is in your sign, which is due to the physical body. So you guys, if you've decided to like really get healthy now, continue to do it, because it can really help ride that wave for the next 3 months, really and truly. But again, when we come into money, this is a time to be, you know, really buckling down and paying off anything, but also saving, especially with the 7th house. You know, if you're struggling anyway, your partner will help you. It's all about sticking to that script. But yeah, another thing with Pisces, I feel that some of you may want to just be a bit more introverted as well. You also could be more psychic. Your psychic ability can be extremely heightened because you're seeing things and you're hearing things. So, and also I feel that some people will come up more to you about their secrets. More than you're hearing secrets, I feel people were coming up more and telling you things. So yeah. But yes, again, like I said, this is great to be writing down anything that is bothering you and doing something creative. It could be, this could be a creative niche for you. So guys, that was the autumn equinox for all the signs. Thank you so much for listening. Feel free to let me know how this equinox has gone for you. It's such a pivotal time, especially with like the whole thing of the world changing. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I should have said it at the beginning. You know, again, write down what your feelings are. And thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.